comentário aí no vídeo, curte, compartilha com os colegas aí. Quem não é inscrito, se inscreve no canal. E vamos embora, galera. Vou jogar aqui o capítulo, vamos continuar. Chantagem Whithechapel. Que em cima evolução. Se você não estiver forte o suficiente, lembre-se que a melhor forma de evoluir é com o sangue dos cidadãos. Você pode melhorar suas armas nos bancados de trabalho disponíveis em todos os esconderijos. Isso aí, ó. Tem que sugar sangue da galera. Vamos, pô. Vamos lá, hospital Preberg, onde temos que sair aqui. Vá até Vampyr. É longe, hein? Traga pra cá, deixa eu ver o mapa. Os caras já disse ali, se virem o deles, atirem. Pode ser ali.
I cannot enter. It's locked.
Acho que aqui entra. Tirou, garoto.
Whithechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
Pegou bala. Aqui é o lixeiro, galera. Parafuso e tal. Oxê. Que é isso aí, garoto? Cordel. Acho que é aqui chegamos, galera. Vamos ver o que é que tem aqui.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical report says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
E aqui a gente dá pra entrar. Ó, velho lá.
I cannot enter.
Pra ficar ali mesmo, não tem outra coisa pra fazer não. Vamos investigar. Aí.
No one's there.
Sei que a caixa tá vazia. Onde ele tá lá? Será que por ali a gente faz alguma coisa? Se eu rodear por aqui a gente consegue ver alguma coisa ali. Não consegue nada. Fica lá mesmo para investigar, mas não quer investigar não, ó. Pode que tem aqui mesmo, mas não quer ir. Não sei por que não quer ir. Eu vim aqui, mas... Que doideira é essa?
It's locked.
Agora o que tem pra fazer vai chegar esse danado mesmo do lado de lá. Pra cá o cara vai pra outro canto. O único canto que tem vai chegar ali.
There's no one in.
A única coisa que tem é fazer isso aqui, mas não tá pegando, não tá funcionando não. Agora, depois de meia hora, galera.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whithechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Oh, véi.
It's locked, all right. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Tenho que achar uns otários aqui agora.
Joe, please, I don't have your money. Come on. Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
As a merchant, you see Whithechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit. And no sign of the bottom yet.
É muita onda. E a violência está crescendo.
Increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever. Madness. Something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Só gritava, pessoal.
Right then. Show me what you have.
E o que é que ele tem? Ai, tá umas besteirinhas. Caixa de vidro, tratamento de ouro. Isso aqui é móveis. Que ajuda. Só isso mesmo, garoto. aqui. Vai cá. Acho que é aqui. Opa, senhora, boa noite. Vamos embora. Acho que é pra cá. Tá mais perto. Acho que é aqui.
It's locked.
Agora como eu vou chegar nele? Aqui tem entrada. Não tem. Aqui sai. Ah, garoto, foi mal. Vou fazer o que ali? Aqui não tá. Tá por aqui. Aqui não tá, com certeza. Pra cá. Que é isso?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whittaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming army.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few
A
questions.
Eu gostaria de perguntar.
You are my...
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world
Então
of
até agora
causes.
Quite a
consequência
judgmental
me
opinion, if
parece
you ask me.
justo.
But
Se
what do
quer
I
saber
know?
mais quem sou para avisar.
Blinded by science as
Well, you are seeking answers.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
Pandemia que está limitando a
What do you mean?
população. Como
The
assim?
beast is finally
A besta está
revealing
finalmente se
itself,
manifestando,
corrupting the flesh and the
corrompendo
heart
a
of
carne e o
men.
coração dos bons homens.
With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your...
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumber.
What is left then?
Cleansing
O
fire.
fogo purificado. Ai, fresco.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Que é isso?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whithechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Aqui.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whithechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
Me
I'm
parece.
afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He
Ele
never
nunca
goes out.
No.
sai.
A few days ago.
Algumas noites ele saiu, de repente eu segui, mas
But it
tudo
was
não
just a
passou de um
ruse to
truque.
keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whithechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Rixa de caixa de correio.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Camellia, I know you work. Very well.
Será que os caras daqui? Já tá o nível muito alto, né? Vai pra cá não.
I cannot enter.
Temos que entrar aqui, velho. Como é que eu vou entrar aí? Por trás da igreja. Aqui eu passo. Sai por aqui eu passo. Também não passo. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo rodear por ali. Opa. Não vai adiantar muito eu vir pra cá. Vou ver se eu consigo ir.
You are blinded by your false faith.
Aqui eu consigo entrar. Consigo, era pra vir pra cá, porque eu rodeei tudo. Olha que é um banho aqui, ó, galera. Olha. Aí, garoto. Opa. Logo aqui perto da galera. Vai que é aqui. Ele aqui deve ser esse cara mesmo.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nithercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lived...
Dorothy Crane.
Crane,
I love the name.
Belo nome. Só muito quanto mais. Boa, garoto. Perguntamos o que importa,
I'll
né?
leave you alone, sir. The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
E agora, vamos temos que ir.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult.
Temos que ir lá pra Dario de novo. Sai daí, moleque, sai da rua, é perigoso, tá cheio de vampiro aí. É o vendedor, aqui, Dario aqui. Tá aqui, safado. Bora lá.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Tem alguma coisa aqui da casa desse bicho? Ah, tem uma caixa aqui já. Aqui, ó. Tá trancado. E tem alguma coisa nessa caixa. Tem alguma coisa ali, ó. Aí, garoto.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalp! Hand me that scalp!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Okay.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
Sinistro.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Sei que ele vai tomar depois.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Gray.
Cry.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest. to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Sangue é bom, é para sair daqui, garoto. O é isso?
Oh, this one stinks already. This one is... He's dead!
Vamos ver se esse cara vem parar aqui. Estende.
Crush the leech ball! It's one of them!
Esse cara me achou aqui. Vamos lá voltar pro hospital, galera. Temos que voltar, não é isso? O que é que essa mulher tá fazendo aqui?
Good evening, miss. Actually...
Then you have come to the right place. The faint...
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Why did...
Ah, my brother has...
Deixa eu ver o que
I'd
ela
like
tem
to
pra
see
vender.
what kind of...
Ah, só tem merda. Beleza.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems.
Será que pra cá a gente vai?
I'm not dying some stinking alley reeks worse than a week-old lapping.
É, acho que estamos no caminho certo.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! For the leech, boys! Die, vermin!
Tem que vir me parar aqui, hein? Sai daí, esquiva. Ah, não era pra eu vir pra cá não, velho. Ah, filho da mãe. Sai daí. Ai, caramba. Que sorte que a gente não morreu por aqui, viu? Que sorte, galera. Tem outro por aqui, ó. Toma. Não sei se vai vir pra cá, se vai vir pra cá. Mas me pegou. Acho que agora eu vim pro canto certo, galera. Agora sim. O hospital de Pembroke. Chega aqui, não sei porque o jogo faz isso. Isso, galera. Chegamos no nosso cantinho. Só pode ser aqui. Cadê? Vamos logo, acho que aqui é nosso quarto, né? Dr. Ray. Isso, vamos equipar a nossa... Vamos ver o que, que a gente equipa aqui, galera. Não sei se aqui... Pra cá. É melhor, galera. Vamos ver agora a garra, né, galera? Não tem garra aqui. Será que vale a pena essa garra, galera? Vamos ver a mordida, né, galera? A mordida é top. Aí tá a mordida. Mais 300 de dano. Vamos dar mais 400 de dano. Vamos ver se a gente vê alguma coisa aqui, galera. Corpo a corpo. Tá aqui, galera. E a mordida. Será que dá pra mais uma? Não dá não, galera, vai ficar faltando. Mas tá bom demais. Confirmar. Top, valeu, galera, vou encerrar por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado da série. Comenta aí, compartilha com os amigos. Quem não é inscrito, galera, se inscreve aí, dá essa força aí pro canal crescer. E tamo junto, galera. Fui.